Do you feel stuck? Maybe it's your health, you don't like the way your body looks, or maybe it's your finances, the job you're working, the business you're into, or even your relationships. Hear this. What you're not changing, you are choosing. If you're not actively taking steps to change the outcomes of your life, you are choosing. That might sound harsh, but look, this video is going to be a wake up call. The thing about taking responsibility is that taking responsibility literally takes the power from the circumstance and gives it to you. What most people do is that they tend to complain and rehash matters over and over and over and over again, not taking any steps or not making any progress. Because if you actually think about it, does complaining ever solve anything? Does it solve any problem? Does it solve any issue? It doesn't. All it does is that it justifies the outcome. It justifies the things that you're dealing with in life. It makes you feel good about yourself for not accomplishing your goals. And you don't want to be in that state of complacency where you feel comfortable, where you accept where you are in life. Yes, there are some things that are not 100% in your control, but you can focus on what is in your control. And what is in your control are the actions that you take to come out of the difficult situation you're in, to come out of the rut you find yourself in. What are the steps you are actively taking? Because if you are not changing, you are choosing. Look, complaints keep you stuck, but actions keep you moving. You cannot keep complaining and take action at the same time, because when you begin to take action, you begin to see possibilities, you begin to see ways to do the thing you're trying to do, and complaints just naturally leave your mind. I'm not saying that you should blame yourself 100% for every single thing that happens to you. There are some things that, of course, are not in your control, but the things that are in your control, your reaction to the outcomes you see in life, is what really matters and not the problem itself. You do not have control over the problems or the things that are being thrown at you, but what you have control is how you react to it, the proactiveness in your action, the steps you take to come out of that difficult situation. That is what really matters. Because think about it here. Complaining just puts you in the passenger seat of life. You have a car, you have the documents to show that this is your car. What you do when you complain is that you hand over the keys to life and say, it is not my fault, and you get out of your car and move over to the passenger seat, leaving the direction, leaving the journey to the driver called life. You do not want to live life in a reactionary manner, allowing life to take you wherever it wants to take you to. What you do not want to allow in life is letting the toughness of life or letting life itself drive you around recklessly. You do not want to do that. You want to take control of your life and you want to get into the driver's seat and take full ownership of your life. There's something interesting I've noticed about myself. I have this natural tendency to solve problems right away and not complain about it. This even happened the other day. So I went to my mentor and I was like, look, I'm dealing with my communication skills. I feel like I am not articulate enough. I feel like whenever I want to speak, the words just leave my mouth in a very disorganized manner, and I'm unable to form coherent sentences. So I was telling her about this issue. What I noticed is that as I was breaking down the issues and the problem that I'm dealing with, I was already coming up with solutions. What I told her was that I know I'm dealing with these communication skills, but I know I just need to speak more often, record more YouTube videos. I know I need to take action. I need to invest time every single day improving my communication skills. I need to watch YouTube videos and take courses. So my mind automatically functions in that way, that whenever a problem is being thrown at it, it automatically starts looking for solutions. So I find it very difficult to complain. And that's why when people bring problems to me, the first thing that my mind does is that it starts looking for solutions and says, oh, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? And I know that sometimes where you actually just need to sit down, relax, and listen to that person. Because not everyone wants your advice, not everyone wants help at that point. Sometimes people just want a listening ear. If they want you to advise them, then you can. But what I notice is that I start looking for solutions. Like, oh, why doesn't this person do this? Why don't you do this? This is not a big problem. Or even if it's a big problem, there are solutions to this problem. You do not have to ponder and stay on this issue for so long. I just can't keep problems. I don't know how to complain. I'm incapable of complaining. I feel that is something we need to do, or a point we need to get to in life where we just naturally cannot complain. You have to realize that this is your life, it's your responsibility. No one else cares about you. No one really cares about your life as much as you do. So you have to take control of your life. You have to take the driver's seat of your life and say, I am responsible for every outcome. It is my fault. I didn't get that business deal. It is my fault. What are things I could have done to have made my proposal more appealing? I did not get the job. What did I do wrong? Analyze yourself. I didn't express myself fully in the interview, or my CV was not properly articulated. Oh, I'm not getting enough views on social media. This is where I am right now. I'm not getting enough views on social media. That means there's something wrong with my content. My content is not valuable enough, or my content is not good enough, and that is why it's not getting any views. Because if you think about it, if your content was good enough, it would get views. Like, do you get what I mean? It is not the algorithm's fault. Oh, the algorithm is bad. I can't get any views. Oh, it's not my fault. Oh, Instagram is censoring me. Oh, I'm shadow. You're not shadow banned. You are just not good enough. Your videos are not good enough. So you need to work on yourself. Focus on the inputs that you can put in and ignore the outputs. So many things might be thrown at you, but the only thing you can focus on are your inputs. That's the only thing you can focus on. You can only focus on your inputs, what you can do. Instead of putting a lot of effort into the minority of the problem, why not focus on what you can do about it? Always ask yourself, whenever you are in a rut, whenever you face a difficulty, what can I do about it? It might not be your fault, but how can I react appropriately to this? What can I do to change this situation? And you will notice the moment you start taking responsibility, you begin to come up with solutions. You begin to come up with ways to overcome the issues you're going through. You begin to come up with ways to solve your problem. You cannot come up with solutions if you're constantly thinking about the problem. The only way you can come up with a solution is if you think of solutions. You cannot be problem minded and be solution minded at the same time. You have to pick one. Focus on the problem by complaining, by rehashing old issues, by talking about them. That is how you stay problem minded. But the way you can become solution minded is by dropping the complaints, dropping the negative energy, and taking full responsibility for what has happened to you and the actions you can take to resolving them. Now, I want to throw a challenge at you. I want you to reflect on an area of your life that you want to change but have not yet acted on. Like, think about it. Just pick one for this week, for the next week. Just pick one aspect of your life that you want to change. Is it the body that you want? You want to change the way you look. You want to be more muscular. You want to be more toned. Is it your finances, your spiritual growth? Pick one aspect of your life that you want to change. And for the next week, make up your mind not to complain about it. Tell yourself that no matter what, I am not going to complain. No matter what, I am not going to rehash old issues. No matter what, I am not going to maintain a problem mindset and stay positive. Then I want you to start looking for solutions, because the moment you drop the complaints, your mind naturally starts looking for solutions. The reason why you have not yet found solutions to your problems is because you are thinking about the problem and not the solution. So the moment you drop the complaints and you take responsibility, your mind naturally begins to look for solutions on autopilot. Look at a problem or something you want to change, and then I want you to write down 20 things you can do to solve it. 20 things you can do to change that particular aspect of your life. What can you do on Monday? What can I do on Tuesday to get one step closer to my goal? Maybe you want to drop 5 kg, maybe you want to drop 10 kg of weight. Ask yourself, what can I do on Monday to at least take the first step to dropping the 10 kg? What can I do on Tuesday? What can I do on Wednesday? What can I do on Thursday? Look, the quality of questions you ask yourself determine the quality of results you see in life. The quality of thoughts you think determine the outcomes you see in life. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So you have to watch the quality of thoughts that you think and the words that you speak, because your words carry power. And where do your words come from? Your words come from the things that you think about. So watch your thoughts. Your thoughts are powerful. Your thoughts are creative. Your thoughts carry so much power that if you're able to utilize properly, it can be the most transformative thing you can ever see in your life. So watch your thoughts. Think about solutions and you will get solutions. Think about problems and what will come out will be problems. Do you get what I mean? So think about solutions. What can I do every single day to move myself closer to this one goal that I choose for the week? What can I do every single day? Commit to it. There is no way you will not see a change. Are you telling me that if your goal is to lose 10 kg and you tell yourself that I am going to do weight training on Monday for 30 minutes, I am going to do cardio on Tuesday, and Wednesday is my weight training again. On Thursday, I do more cardio and some weight training. There is no way if you take consistent action towards that goal, that you will not see some level of change. It is not going to be instant, but you're going to notice little changes here and there. And that is a good first step. Rather than staying stuck, complaining about the issue you found yourself in, you can actually step out and start taking action towards your desired outcome. Do you get what I mean? This is all in your control. Your life is in your hands. The moment you realize this, everything changes. A world of possibility opens up to you. It's going to be very difficult to overcome these limiting beliefs. It's going to be very difficult adapting or changing the way you think, because this is the way we've been brought up. We've been brought up to think about problems. Oh, this is not so good. Maybe you grew up hearing your parents complain about certain things over and over again. Maybe you grew up with family members or friends that always talk about their problems and never really come up with any solutions. Maybe you grew up in an environment where people were always complaining about the government and how the government is not helping you. Maybe you grew up in an environment where people always play the blame game. You have to realize that you need to reprogram your mind to start thinking solutions. You need to reprogram your mind to start thinking about ways to bring about the solutions, the things you want out of life. Because it's not going to be easy, but this is what separates the 99% from the 1%, is that they are willing to take actions every single day to changing their lives. So if this is really important to you, do the activity I have just thrown at you and get back to me if you will not see a minor change. Even if it's not significant, you will notice changes in your life. The goals that you want to accomplish, you will notice that you're getting one step closer. It's not going to be an instant thing. This is something that's going to take time. What better time do you have to start than now? Because what other choice do you have? Would you rather stay in the same position complaining, or would you rather try to even make your life better? Try to move closer to your goals. Better you try something than not try anything at all. So give that a go and let me know what you think and how things are playing out for you. If you do not get anything from this video, get this. What you're not changing, you are choosing. You might be telling yourself that, oh, I did not choose the life I have right now. If you did not change it, then you chose it. There's no lukewarmness in life. There's no middle ground in life. It's either you take action or life takes action. Do you get? And the natural order of life is to degrade. You notice in the world generally, in the economy, there's inflation going on all over the world. There's been a massive rise in inflation. That's the natural order of things. If you leave a house unattended to for a year and come back to it, you will notice that there's weed growing in the compound. You will notice that the wood begins to get soft. You will notice mold and dew all over your house. You will notice that the floors are dirty because it's not been in use. That's the natural order. If you do not take any action, if you do not make any change, if you do not actively do something about a particular issue, it is naturally going to deteriorate. What you're not changing, you are choosing. So if you found this video helpful, kindly subscribe, drop a follow, and comment one thing that you learned from it. Also, I'm starting a newsletter very soon. It's a free newsletter. I drop tips every single week on things that I'm learning, documenting my journey, things I'm picking up on the way, and things that you can actually start implementing in your life. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to drop a link in the description below so you can opt in to join the free newsletter. This is a way for me to give back to the community and I help out as much as I can. I'm not where I want to be in life yet, but I know there's a lot of people that relate to what I'm saying and would love to, as much help as they can get. And this is my way of doing that. I'll see you in the next video. Remember, I'm rooting for you. You've got this.